Hello friends, today we are going to deal with the types of research. Okay, the subtopic of the research aptitude. This is a class 3 of the research aptitude, and today also we are going to deal with the same subtopic, that is the types of research, because it is not over in the previous classes. I told you that we have to take some time to deal with all the subtopics of the types of researches. So today we are going to deal with the quantitative and qualitative research. So without wasting time, I think we can start on with our classes. Stay well with us and listen to the class well, okay? Then only you are able to understand it well. So according to the process, okay, according to the process, there are two types of research that is first one is the quantitative research and second is the qualitative research. First here we are going to deal with the quantitative research. Quantitative research is linear. That's the first point you have to know. Quantitative process is linear means it's straightforward. It is measurable. So it's very clear. It is transparent. That is what we have called as quantitative process or research is linear. It is deductive. Deductive, we have already told that it is from general to specific. Deductive is general to specific. This quantitative process is also deductive, means it is from general to specific. It is from top to bottom, as it is the part of deductive process. It is also quantitative process is also from top to the bottom level. It is positive paradigm. That what is meant by positive paradigm means that is once it is science once it is proved, it is considered as true. That is positivism. That is quantitative process. So we consider it is true once it is proved. That is what we see in the case of quantitative research. Understood? That is once a thing is proved to be true, then it is considered as scientific. That is what we called as positivism. Okay, quantitative process is called as positivistic. Then statistical means we can clearly draw the data of the quantitative process. Okay, testing of hypothesis, already existing theory is there, you just want to elaborate it, so you have to test the hypothesis. Already existing hypothesis there, you just want to test it. That is what we are doing in the quantitative research. And it is objective approach. Objective means no one's bias will come here. Nobody is going to bias it. You are objectively approaching it. Objectively means your approaches will not come there. You are taking the data, you are measuring it, and a measure is correct, so you are proving it. This is what happening. So it is very clear, very transparent, and the research is very perfect also. That is what we called as quantitative type of research. Understood? Next is quantitative research steps. Start with the testable hypothesis. First, they have to find a correct hypothesis. Then collection of data. After that, they started collecting the data. Then analysis the data, accept or reject it. This is what they are doing in the quantitative steps. Okay, this is the same process we can see in the deductive hypothesis also, because it is a part of quantitative as a research is a part of deductive process. Okay, start with the testable hypothesis, collection of data, analysis of data, accept or reject the data. Then qualitative research, that is the next one. So I told you there are two types of researches. So first one is the quantitative, next is the qualitative. Qualitative is observational. Observation, for example, if you want to study the behavior of 10 students, understood? We cannot measure it. Can you measure the behavior? Can you measure the anger? Can you measure the love of a person? No, we cannot do that. It's a quality. So we are just observing it. Okay, we are observation is what we are doing in the qualitative research. It is based on inductive method. Inductive means you have to find something new. It is from bottom to top. It is from the bottom to top is the process here. It is a subjective approach. Subjective approach means your attitudes, your biases there is a chance to come in it, because you are doing it by the observation. There is no measurable is there. So according to your view, you are deciding whether that person is in anger, or whether that person has no anger, or their behavior is good or bad. It is your view. Understood? So it is very subjective in nature in the case of qualitative research. Non-statistical, there is no statistics is there, that mathematical analysis is not happening there. It is observations is considered. Okay, it is from generation of a hypothesis doing. Generation of hypothesis means you are finding a new theory out of it. Okay, you are finding a new theory out of it. This is what you are doing in the case of qualitative type of research. Understood? So qualitative is inductive, that you have to find that. Then it is subjective, it is non-statistical. You have to keep all these points in your mind. Then steps of qualitative. Okay, qualitative research steps are the subject need to study. You have to study the subject what you are going to study. So if I told you an example, if you had to study the behavior of 10 students, 10th standard students and behavior of 5th standard students, you are taking such a comparison, then you have to study what you have to that is whether we have to study there, what pattern you have to study, the subject what you are going to study, that you have to have a correct knowledge. Then holistic need. Holistic need means you have to study all the sides, not one side. You have to study all the sides of that person. That is called holistic. Okay, all the sided study. Then behavior need to study. Behavior means that a nature in which a person behave. Okay, that is called behavior. Then measurement not consider. We are not measuring it by using some instruments or by some scale or something. You are just observe it and you decide whether it is right or it is wrong. So it is qualitative steps. Then in methods, what are the methods are using in to find the qualitative research? So to do the qualitative analysis, some kind of methods are using. What are the method? In-depth interviews. In-depth interview means asking to one person, asking the questions to a lot of person. That only we can do in the case of qualitative analysis. There is no measurement is there. You can ask a questions to a lot of people, then you come to a conclusion what has happened there. Okay, that is what they are doing in the case of qualitative research. Then focus group, 6 to 10 experts, moderators or experts involved. What you have to do is that you have to find best experts in that area. Experts, those who are expert in that subject or the subject you have taken for your research. Then you are asking questions to them, analyzing it with them. This is the method only you can improve your quality, because there is no measurable things you have, so you can only discuss with them experts. 6 to 10 experts help you needed in the case of qualitative research, because it is not measurable. Understood? Then you can ask a lot of questions to the people. Interviews you can do. Then quantitative. Okay, when you do the quantitative research, different methods you can use and different research types also you can use. Quantitative, all these researches which I have written under the quantitative research, all these come under the quantitative type of research. Okay, they are the examples of quantitative type of research. Okay, that is narrative research. Narrative research means review the literature. Narration is you are telling a story, like, okay, that is what we call narration. You are narrating, it means like a story, you are describing the things. Review the literature come under this type of research. Reviewing the literature means those students who are taken the literature, they knew that they are going to the library and you study about the topic you have already taken for your research, and you find who all have mentioned about it. You take the references and the reviews. All these things will come under the narrative research. Understood? What we can say, that is a quantitative type of research. Okay, it is a quantitative research. Then ethnographic research. Ethnographic means study a culture. Studying a culture means you are study the culture of tribes of Maldives, of you are going to study the tribal culture of Wayanad. Then you, if you are going to the northeast and you are studying the culture of Assam or Arunachal Pradesh, like that you are taking some cultural background and you can compare it and study from Kerala to you can take it to the North India. So when you compare it like that, it is a kind of research to studying the culture, that is called ethnographic research. Understood? Then case study research, in-depth study of an organization or entity. That is in-depth study. I told earlier itself, if an organization has a problem, we have to do a study on it. That is called case study. Okay, it can be of a person also. It is called case study research. Okay, so it belongs to quantitative type of research. Understood? In-depth study, they are getting into the problem and finding it out. This is what they are doing. Then contact analysis research, sorry, not contact, it is content analysis research. That is content analysis research, analysis the social life by decoding words, text forms of documents. You are finding the documents from different area, that is from the offices, it can be from library, anywhere you are finding the lifestyle of a group of people. It can be, for example, it from Kashmir. You want to know the social life. Then what you have to do? You are taking the documents about the people of Kashmir. Okay, the people of Kashmir, or you can take it from the offices and you analyze it, and you are and doing a research. This is called content analysis research. Understood? It is you are taking documents and you are analyzing it. This is called content analysis research. Next is grounded theory. What is grounded theory? Basing on the data. Develop theory from a data. Data, you know, that is you are getting a measurable thing, what we call it as data, your collected thing. That is what we call as data. From the data, you are developing a theory. This is called grounded theory. Understood? What is grounded theory? You are developing a theory out of a data. Then phenomenology research. Phenomenology research means how an individual is experiencing a phenomena. When you see something, you have an experience about it and how you are experiencing it. This is what we call phenomenology research. So all these types of research will come under quantitative research. It is the different methods of quantitative research. Understood? These are the different methods you can use in the quantitative research. This is the part of quantitative research. So you must know that narrative is related to literature, ethnography is related to culture, case study is in-depth study, content analysis is documentation, documents from the documents, grounded theory it is to data, phenomenology it's related to the phenomena. Okay, then all these things are come under the quantitative type of research. Next is the difference between. What is the difference between a quantitative research and a qualitative research? I think now you are somewhat clear about what is quantitative research and qualitative research. Quantitative means it is measurable. Then testing of hypothesis. Testing of, I told you, it is first you have the hypothesis, then you find something new out of it. So already hypothesis is there. It is a deductive type. It is from top to bottom. Answer what and when. That is very important thing you have to keep in mind. Quantitative analysis give answer to what and when. What has happened and when it has happened. All these answers by the quantitative analysis. And not holistic. Not holistic means it is not all-sided. It is clearly measurable. So it is not holistic. An objective approach means no biases are coming. Nobody is taking any biases. It is a clear view of the matters. So it is called quantitative. Next is qualitative. Qualitative measures is not measurable. It is not, I told earlier itself, we cannot measure the hate, anger, jealousy, we cannot measure it. Understood? It's not measurable. Making of hypothesis, that is, there is no hypothesis, you want to make the hypothesis. Inductive, it is a kind of inductive type, that is, you are making something new. From bottom to top is the method you can see in the qualitative process. Yeah, the specialty is that qualitative analysis is answer how. It gave answer to how. And qualitative is holistic. Holistic means all-sided. From the all side it is there. And it is subjective approach. What is meant by subjective approach? Your focus or your view or your approach that we can see in the case of qualitative analysis. So there is a lot of chances for biases can happen in the case of qualitative analysis. This is the difference between quantitative and qualitative researches. Understood? So I think you are clear about what is quantitative research and what is qualitative research. Its steps we have seen. We have also seen what all the types of researches or methods are under the quantitative as well as qualitative researches. Understood? So, by winding up the class, I just want to keep you in your memory according to the process that the two types of research is there. One is the quantitative and another is qualitative. Quantitative means that is measurable. Qualitative is not measurable. Okay. And quantitative is measurable as well as it is very transparent thing. Understood? And it is deductive, and qualitative it is inductive. You have to find a new hypothesis out of it, and it is subjective, that is you have to keep in mind, we cannot measure it, and that also you have to keep in mind. All these are the main points you have to keep about the quantitative as well as qualitative process. So today we dealt about the steps of the quantitative and qualitative process, the methods involved, methods or the researches that are involved in the quantitative or qualitative process, the difference between quantitative and qualitative research. Understood? So I think you are clear about it. They may ask questions from this side. So there's a chance for it. So you have to know all the steps and the points I have already given here. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. If you subscribe, then you will get all my videos which are uploading. I am uploading all the topics and the subtopics that you have to study for your UGC NET exam. So study well and write your exams well. Before that, you have to study all the topics I have given. Go through my videos. I have already uploaded the teaching aptitude, all the classes. Subscribe this channel. Okay, we can meet in the next class. Okay, have a good day. Goodbye.